Yeah, habitual. Maybe I'm still like playing for 40 people in a bar, and everything else just seems to be a hallucination.
I stress out a lot. Walking in circles, that's what I do. I'm consumed by stress.
Like a lunatic, frantic. The man in the room looks so dramatic with an attitude on his right foot. The spiral traffic is too dramatic.
Well, Cole, LD for Jinjer. So first of all, LD, what does that stand for? What do you do?
Well, LD actually has a couple different meanings. A lighting designer, lighting director, there's different things. I actually work with an entire team. The true LD, the lighting designer of the show, his name is Luke Thiel out of Australia. And then of course, on tour, I am their touring LD, their lighting director. So I take care of making sure everything gets set up, all the power is good, making sure that the advanced info gets to the TM, and of course, actually operating the show.
Yeah, and obviously these lights that are behind us, which I would love to walk over to and look at, are really such a huge part of the production and like creating the energy that's on stage. So can we do a quick just look at them over this way?
Yeah.
Cool.
So I have an interesting setup today. The best part about this rig is it's so modular. There's so many things that can be done. But for me, lighting wise, I actually have a smaller rig today than I usually run. I have a couple fixtures missing, but of course, I wanted to show off for KNOTFEST and try and get as much as we could up here.
And there's multiple panels here I'm seeing as well.
Multiple
so 1,
panels.
2, 3, 4. There's 6 of them on stage right now.
6 panels on the stage at the moment, but at our total, we actually run 8. So we have 2 more that typically go in this pattern. Along with it, I typically have 2 more of our big movers, the Chauvet Force S spots. And of course, at the moment, around the drum riser, I have 13 R2 washes from Chauvet as well. And then of course, to give us some nice color on stage, along with our strobing, we got the Chauvet Strike M's, okay? With it, our panels are Art Fox. They were actually bought by the band. The band owns them themselves. And so they actually have everything to operate on their own.
And I know that there's a few particular songs that have been designed to be the real standouts of the show too,
Oh, most definitely. The ones that always kind of stand out to me is you have I Speak Astronomy, very space-oriented, very interesting graphics and use of dark space, and it looks fantastic. With it, you also have Pisces. Pisces is one of their biggest songs, and the energy from the crowd with the ambience of the lights along with the heavy hit sets, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
And then of course, Homeback.
Yes.
Homeback's another big one that I remember. Very dark, very red, very angry, sends a message, very aggressive, fantastic song.
Yeah, and I love that there's kind of that intention behind, there's like an energy to each song. And like you were saying, Pisces, we were talking about, there's like this sing-along energy, like it's such a, it's the song.
It's deep.
It's deep. It cuts deep for the fans as well. So it's cool that the lights sort of reflect whatever the moods of the songs are.
Exactly, and to make sure everything is on point, the show is fully time-coded, not only the video walls, but the lighting itself. So that way, as we get time code from the band, everything is hitting along with everything that they're doing. Looks fantastic.
We spent the last 15 years on the road. Not 15, but maybe 12 years on the road, non-stop. And we were playing, I think the total number of shows we played is like thousands maybe. In many respects, we are still a DIY band. Everything we have, it's just our ideas, and we came to everything we have ourselves. There was no one else from the side who just told us, there is no manager from the side who's just telling, okay guys, you need to play with LED walls. Or it's time to switch a time code on the lights. Or something like, you need to use envigorates. Nobody was there to tell us these things, and all of that which we have, which you see on stage, which we know how to do. It's all about experience. It's all about only ourselves. As the same as our music. There is not a single note in our music which was written by somebody else. So we are not using anyone to write for us. It's a DIY band, but just which managed by matters of fortune, I think, luck, just to break through and get to a different level.
We first start use it. It was different screens. We used three towers, three huge towers. They was in the air and not straight. It was like this, and they goes to the crowd, like half of the screen. It was very big.
Wow.
Now we have 8 singles, like smaller. And we made new videos for exactly 8 small towers.
We can suggest a color scheme, for example. I like blue and orange, for example. Not only that, but blue and orange, maybe it should look really cool on stage, you know. I suddenly turned my back to the audience and I walked, the stage was super deep. So I started walking towards, like this, like cat walking towards drummer, and the lights went this way. So I don't know how it looked from the audience, but I felt it was so cool. I have no idea how it looks like. So it's really hard for me to judge because the light's basically always behind my back. I cannot see the whole picture with the screens and stuff. So, yeah.
I mean, it sounds so majestic and powerful the way you're explaining how the lights shine on you during those specific moments. Yeah. Do you feel like it gives you a sense of power or like a sense of
absolutely. A sense
confidence?
A sense of mystery. Mystery, maybe. It's not like super powerful, but
yeah.
A woman's power, you know,
Yes.
that doesn't lie in physical strength.
Right. It's
Yeah,
deeper than that, isn't it?
Here, yeah.
To be honest with you, I'm not that musician who is really chasing, UFOs flying over the stage. No. I am, first of all, a musician, and every show, all this production just need to be complementary. It should not stand in front of music. Yeah, very, very beautiful example of Meshuggah. We just were talking with the guys recently, just a few minutes before we started the interview with you, that they know their stages, they know their audience, and they have the production which absolutely, fantastically, flawlessly matches everything. This is the idea. It should be like that, and over-exaggerating things, just throwing all this dust into people's eyes. It first of all will distract them from music, and it's definitely not our way.
So I was about to say, our audio is all run right here.
So this is the secret machine.
This is the secret machine. So we actually have a couple different things running a couple different things. At the moment, this is our main brain. It's a customized D-Live. It includes everything from their playback system, in-ears, wireless mics, everything that it needs to be able to run the show. Of course, Vlad, the drummer, he actually runs the playback that runs into their ear. That sends the time code to both me and Kostya, who runs the video offside stage. With it, Kostya actually does their in-ears from an iPad to make sure that everything sounds good for them as they perform. And then they have a customized front-of-house console done by our front-of-house Sasha.
Yeah.
And everything's done custom for the band to make sure it's as easy as possible.
Yeah.
Especially with the amount of travel to the US, to Europe, and everywhere else, you have to make sure it stays compact and easy to get to and fro. Their backline and front-of-house techs have been with them since the beginning, to the point where they came from the same towns in Ukraine.
Wow.
And they've known them for the time. So they understand what the band wants, what makes them look good, and that's what brings the show together.
Well, they are doing a damn good job.
And meeting your sunrise, a car
actually don't know that about you all, but why you made the decision to sing in English.
You know, the Jinjer band, we had, before I stepped up to the microphone, we had a male singer in 2007, I think. And that's when they started playing, and he sang in English. So he moved to America. That was a plan, just to make it a big thing and then move the band to the States, I guess. Because it's international language, you know.
Right. Fair.
Yeah. And when this singer, he left the country, he moved to the States, they found me. And yeah, I continued that. And we knew English pretty well that time already, because we were students of the same institute for foreign languages. Yeah.
Wow.
And yeah, that's how it started. The way we built our set list is, I don't like this approach, but I mean, okay. What I do is just like, okay, this part and this part. For example, teacher and they speak astronomy cannot go together because the final parts are very high notes. They contain highest notes that's really hard for me to sing live. Plus, it's really hard to sing them one by one, you know, one after another. So
You need a moment to breathe.
we need to separate them. So, and so the way we built our set list is basically the BPM. It matters.
So you start the show with Perennial,
Yes.
and that being the moment that really sets the tone for the beginning of the show. Why did you choose that track?
It's quite easy to explain. First of all, it's a big hit. Secondly, it's got a very nice intro, so which we can use as the intro to the whole show, and like you said, set the tone, because Perennial is a good song. It just in some way describes what we are as a band. So I cannot say this as a sort of universal song for us, but anyways, it sets the tone, which works perfectly live.
I wrote the song when I was in Kiev. Don't remember what year we released the album. Actually, I don't remember. It doesn't matter to
Time's
me
an
at all.
illusion.
Yes. It was fall. It was raining, and I rented an apartment in not really a good area in Kiev. It's not super bad. It's not dangerous. And it's not criminal. Basically, Ukraine is it used to be very peaceful, and. What I saw from my window is another building, and so it was raining, and it's basically another wall from my window. And I got so depressed. I got so that made me hate fall, and so I wrote this song. But right now, actually, I love the fall.
Yeah.
And you know what? Yeah, the part of changing my mind is that I let this hate out. No, hate, you know, it's not hate, it's just like I didn't feel like fall was something that I like.
So it is appropriate for a fall tour to
Yeah,
start
so-
with that
yeah.
song. Your love-hate
Yeah.
song to fall.
Yeah. It's basically a song about resurrection.
You end the set with Sit, Stay, Roll Over
As an encore song.
as the big encore, which really is like that final moment of what fans are really going to walk away with most fresh in their mind when they leave the show. Yeah, no pressure.
Sit Stay Roll Over is one of the heaviest songs we have. It's actually a song which kind of got us signed back in the day, so it also stands out in the whole, let's say, discography or just history of the band.
Right.
I really love it, and the main reason is it's just the heaviest banger we have, probably.
Yeah. I mean, that says a lot, because you all have a lot of heavy bangers, I'd say.
Well, yeah, but we like mixing things. It's true, and very often even the heaviest bangers have, you know, some soft moments, some interludes. But this song is just pure hardcore deathcore or death metal thing. Yeah, in some way, it's just a death metal song.
And because we finish our set with As I Boil Ice song. And, the final part is very mellow. And it's, what is happiness? Very mellow. So people actually are cooling down.
Yeah.
And you punch them in the face with Sit Stay Roll Over.
Especially being here today and following you all through the entire day from load-in until showtime, what I find so interesting is the duality of an artist, where I could go from watching doing jujitsu this morning and on the ground rolling around with your merch guy, and then going on stage, and it's almost like a different persona when you're like a performer.
It helps to distract from the stage and the whole vibe of the tour. The more things like distractions, the more distractions you have on tour, like jiu-jitsu, or maybe going somewhere to see some things sightseeing. Yeah, it always gives you a bit of a pump. It gives me a bit of a pump because I distract and get emotions and impressions from a different source, and it definitely helps then on stage. So this is how it works for me.
I mean, how do you feel about like these adventures and experiences that you're having on the road? How have they kind of changed your life or brought new things into your world?
Yeah, it gets me out of my shell. Believe me, most of those adventures that we go to, I do against my will sometimes. Not most, but many of them,
Yeah.
I'd rather lay down and die. I mean, lay down in my bed and just have some rest, just be a vegetable. But then I say, why not? Okay, let's go. And so it turns into really great experience. That's it. So I say yes, mostly to everything.
And then it turns out to be
Great. So see,
like I saw you were petting some goats not too long ago.
Yeah. When I picked up a baby goat, they told me, beware. So watch out. Watch your face. Like, don't put it like next to the horns. And that threw me off. Threw me off. Yeah. I was so afraid. I was standing like this, taking pictures, and then, okay, baby, go.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you lived to tell the tale. You're still here. After the goat. So I was really surprised and honestly resonated with it in such a wonderful way when I found out that off stage you're quite introverted and kind of go into this mode when you're on stage. So are there certain things that you do before the show that help switch you on into that state?
Yeah, I stress out a lot. A lot.
Yeah.
Walking in circles, that's what I do. Which, by the way, the song Vortex is about that. It's walking in circles in your apartment or in a room when you're alone. Try to unwind or wind up. I don't know. Yeah. So I stress out and I just fucking go there. I'm consumed by stress. I let it swallow me. I let it devour me, and then voila, I'm a phoenix.
Alrighty, well, on this tour I'm playing this new Overload Fujin guitar. It's actually the one made only for me. We, together with Overload Guitars, just made up the design, everything, the whole concept of the guitar. First of all, for the reason of balance, headless guitars are perfectly balanced. And also, what I really like about headless is that it has different system of tuners, and instead of a classical, guitar with the head, when you have tuners here, you have tuners over here, and it works a bit differently. Instead of just twisting a little bit your string over its axis, anyways, no matter how you try, it will anyway twist. It just stretches the string over its axis. So, and it definitely gives you better performance of a string just playing. Particularly this guitar, it's ash body, EMG pickups, and preamp. Actually, I'm using the one on all my guitars. I really love it. It's a Wenger set neck, so it goes right to the first pickup, neck pickup. In my opinion, this is a perfect balance of attack and sustain, so just works better for me. And of course, on this particular guitar, I have maple fretboard, just to have a better response and no definition. It really helps. Come over here. This is my famous pedalboard. I think fans really love design. I have it. So it's a funny story. I showed up in 2021 at the sound check, and I already had it. A friend of ours, actually sound guy from Arch Enemy, Patrick, just, he brought a number of souvenirs. One of them was a sign. They thought it would be funny to put it on my pedalboard, and it's still there. I love it. So it actually says, no, there is no place, or there is no dog shit here. So no place for dog shit, or just no place for shit. So what I'm basically using is a Helix stump, and I'm playing on Helix for the last 6 years, I think, since 2017. And it gives me exactly what I need for my sound, this nice raw. Distortion sound.
You teach me how to be a man, though I am someone's daughter. The path
So in my pedalboard, it is HX Stump XL, which is line 6. I use it for cleans mostly, and for my main sound I use only noise gate. And you can see also their MXR overdrive pedal, which is pretty cool with the mesa I use. I'll show you. So in here you can see Mesa triple rectifier as my main amp. Now it's a Mesa Royal Atlantic as spare one, but I want to use it together, but no time to try it. And also it's Coffee custom cabs over there. It's pretty simple, like one amp, that's it. And this is actually Jackson guitars. Here it is, my Jackson, ash body, Jackson pickups, got a bridge, 3-way switch, volume knob. So here we have locking tuners, also got a 3-piece neck, you can see. So it's like ash body. So it's like prototype model, so maybe you'll see the future.
So it's my workspace. It's first of all, it's Tama Star Bubinga, all Bubinga shell. I have 22 bass drum, 12, 16 and 18 toms, 13 snare and 10 snare. This one is made special for me by Tama, so it's custom. On the top and on the bottom, on the toms, I have Evans hydraulic. I like very dry sound without any tones, like without sustain. And on the top of the snare, I have Evans heavyweight. is it's the only drum head on the snare that can live more than 2 shows. On the bass drum, I have also hydraulic. It sounds perfect. So I use Pro Mark sticks, regular 5B oak. I like it. I can buy it in any drum shop, so I don't use like any specific sticks, just regular 5B. It's okay for me. Cymbals, Zildjian, just cymbals for kings. Drum chair, hydraulic, regular rock and sock, and my laptop. That's it, I think.
So we have a camera guy coming down the urethra.
Кто тебя выхаживал, грусть любовью скрашивал, позднею весной порастет травой тот, кто тебя нес над головой. Тот, кто тебя нес над головой. Staying, you can be alone. Staying.
We did the whole way of growth of a band, just starting from small bars, playing for 40 people, and little by little growing. It was never for us like a breakthrough. Our audience was growing steadily and gradually. Maybe I'm still like playing for 40 people in a bar, and everything else just seems to be a hallucination.
People, avoiding people, and fall in love with solitude.
Like your logo, in my opinion, is one of the most iconic metal logos in present day.
You mean which one? The logo
The
over
round one.
the round one?
Yeah.
It's again. I don't know if you heard, but this is a piece of coat of arms of Tatiana's and Roman's hometown. Saw that and we kind of, okay, yeah, let's take it.
Awesome,
And
yeah.
it was a great idea. I think it still works.
And now anyone can look at it and be like, Jinjer.
Jinjer.
And that's
yeah.
awesome. Yeah. Well, it's just cool to hear that everything was so DIY and it all looks so fantastic now, and knowing that it came from your minds is just, I think that's great.
It's great. I just don't know how to do it the other way. Yeah, so it happened naturally. Here I am. Yeah.
I was looking at the merch designs and thinking as well about like the color schemes of the lights and everything in the show, and I've noticed that everything works so well together in tandem. Like the aesthetics of everything you do are just so cohesive and complementing each other. So is that a consideration you have when you think about the show and the merch designs, and does that intertwine at all with like your album artwork and the logos and just making sure that everything is this wonderful package of like, this is Jinjer?
It's so crazy. You see this in such a beautiful light. I don't see it at all. Like I don't see merchant show lights, stage lights. No, I mean,
Well, even
For
so,
me,
like,
yeah,
one of
yeah,
the
I-
merch designs reminded me of
get
like the wallflower artwork, how the black and white, it just went with the artwork.
I haven't seen no merch.
Maybe I'm just overthinking it.
Maybe because everything that I see when I'm on stage, everything that I see in the crowd is people wearing this sunflowers that's dedicated to Ukraine, blue and yellow. Yeah, just a skull and the sunflowers growing through that. So because of people supporting and stuff, but I haven't seen anything else. There's something blue with blue letters. Something
I
with,
think it is,
Yes,
yeah.
and long sleeve.
Yeah.
I saw it from distance when we did a meet and greet yesterday. I need to check our merch stand out.
Sorry. Medium? Sorry guys, this is rock and roll, and so you want what size? Medium, yep. So, well, the number one seller of any band merchandise is always the black shirt with the tour dates in the back. Number one.
Good job with that. Do you find that any of the designs are sort of inspired by the artwork for the band and like tying all together that way?
Most likely, yes.
Most likely, yes. How have the fans been coming up to the table and stuff? And
Relentless. They don't stop giving, like, buying. They don't stop. The security have to kick them out, but they still want to buy. But so they have to. No, but basically, no jokes aside, from meet and greet time to end of show, and like an hour after the show, people are still buying. So it's great. Like people are really into Jinjer. The fans are great to support. Big crowds. The band is still growing. It's fantastic.
And nothing better you could do to support a band than grab a T-shirt at a show, anything you can at the merch table. Yeah, so I was thinking about what you were saying earlier today about like the vortex and the stress of being on tour and how, I don't know, chaotic and never quite settled it can feel when you're constantly moving. So do you find that this time of getting ready for the show, having your candle lit, doing the eyeliner is like that moment of stability for you? I don't know, I feel like at least for me it would be, but I'm wondering how it feels for you when you have this time getting ready for the show, you know?
Yeah. It's very prosaic for me. The closer I get to the show, as I told before,
the vortex,
the more I get stressed out.
Yeah.
But I do what I do. You know, I took it to that level when it's automatic. You know, everyday routine. It makes it easier. You know, I don't like when with change of plans. When it's usually like in festivals, if you are late, if you drove like the whole night or you flew and the plane got delayed, the flight got delayed and you came to the festival very late, it's the horrible feeling.
It's just, then it's chaos.
Yeah.
Then it's a scramble to get everything together, right?
Yeah. Sometimes I just slap paint on my face, you know, even with my finger, that happened. Eyeshadows. What can be easier than black eyeshadows? Just smudge it and look like.
But what's
you're
more
on drugs.
rock and roll, right? What's more metal than that?
Yeah. At the end of the day, the makeup is great, looking good is great, but it's me singing.
That is the most
It's
important
more important.
thing.
So yeah, take care of my voice and be present on stage. That's what matters.
So it's interesting you say that though, like kind of that mentality of like fuck the makeup, fuck the wardrobe. So to you it's like the music comes first above all. But do you feel like there's some extension of like your artistry or like the music in some way, the way that you present on stage, or like there's that connection?
Yeah, it used to be I said fuck makeup and
back
fuck
then.
looking pretty.
Yeah.
Not anymore. I
suppose
I realize, you know, it's
when you're younger and you're like, oh well, I'm a girl in a
yeah,
band.
because you know I didn't see myself being in a huge band because we were underground. I feel like that time we played more like a groove metal, you know. Now we changed into more progressive metal, which if I wear a fake, I will show you later, fake leather.
I have seen that faux leather ensemble, which is awesome. Like the shorts and the...
So it reminds me of black matter, you know. Dark matter from the like outer space that holds everything together, if you know. And that kind of reminds me of it's quite futuristic, but still 90s cyber fashion, something like that, with the braids and stuff.
So it's interesting though that there's like that connection between. You can continue if you like.
I forgot what I wanted to paint.
But the connection between the makeup and the wardrobe, but also with the genre, because that's such an interesting point of how the choices that every artist makes that they wear on stage, to some degree, can I feel like it's almost a misconception that it can represent the genre that you're playing, and there's that affiliation of like, oh, if you wear this, you must play this kind of music.
Exactly.
And I feel like in some ways Jinjer's breaking the mold of that though. A little bit. I see that in you all, you know?
Yeah, well,
like
I don't know. Have you seen our guys
yes.
on stage?
They're quite casual.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I feel odd sometimes because I sometimes can't even make them. I don't even try anymore. Make them dress at least black, you know, to wear black.
So for a while, was that the conversation of like,
Yeah,
let's
but we
all wear
had
all black?
fights. I tried to convert our drummer to stop. Have you seen his T-shirt today with the Daffy Duck?
I mean, I thought it was charming.
It is. So everyone thinks so, except me. It's okay when you're wearing. That's what I told him. Hey, dude, like it's okay if you're wearing it as a nightgown, you know, like pajamas. But on stage, like they can still see you. But then I said, okay, it's him. And he actually refused. Only if I asked him, please, for a photo shoot. It became iconic, his t-shirts, because for some time he wore Tom and Jerry t-shirts.
Awesome.
So we call him half a grandpa, half a baby. We don't know who he is exactly.
Yeah.
Let me show you. Let me show
Yeah,
you.
let's see some of the looks.
Yeah. I am not sure where I'm gonna. So I'm gonna show you my pants, my friends. They're the shorts.
So these are the iconic shorts that we've seen you wearing quite a lot lately, right?
Yeah,
You've been wearing
yeah.
the
Just
leather.
because it was super hot in the States this summer. This would kill me.
No.
Would have killed me.
So what's the idea typically with how you decide what to wear? Is that also sort of dependent on the mood, dependent on
Depending
the,
on a lot
the
of
temperature as well as we've learned?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So when we did amphitheaters with Disturbed, and the sun was shining right into your face and right into like in front, like right into your face. Okay.
Right.
With the top that I have, and I'm gonna wear it tonight. It was unbelievably hot, and I heard my heart beating so fast because I was moving, I was screaming, and the sun and the temperature, everything just could fucking kill me, send me to another dimension. So I wore just a top, just a regular top, tiny little top, but for that I had to shave my armpits every day, which is impossible.
And that is
I have a very thick hair. Yeah, so that's why I have to change to t-shirts to hide some of them. So yeah, today in between. So yesterday I wore a skirt. Today I'm probably gonna go with shorts or pants. I need to decide.
time will tell.
I have some time. Yeah, I have like 40 minutes.
Okay. Well, we'll let you get to it then and finish up getting ready and getting zone. In what ways do you adapt the songs or adapt your performance to make sure that the audience is engaged and feeling energetic?
You see, I believe everybody in this band shares the same opinion. Actually, every band should be way more impressive live than on record. Otherwise, what's the purpose of performing live? It even surprised me a little bit when people really give us credit for being that good live. But how come we could be something else? I do not consider myself like to be a very good musician, no. But I can play my songs very well. And that's the most important thing if you're in a rock band.
Right.
You just play what you compose very well, you go on stage and you make all this crowd move. That's the purpose, I think.
Don't let this school make a fool of you because the teachers may be fools too.
Ready to go, my man?
We're gonna go. I'm gonna be everywhere watching.
fucking amazing, man. I got no voice left, so I can't say much else, but the whole band, everything was fucking awesome. Thank you so much.
First time seeing Jinjer. Definitely gonna see him again.
But not forever.
Ginger, just saw the gig. How was it? Amazing. Amazing.
Really tight. The tightest band I've ever seen live. High energy, a lot of breakdowns, and then the crowd knew how to do the things during the breakdowns. And then the singing they sung as well. Yeah, they did the stuff. And the bands did the things.
And all the things happened.
All the things happened.
And we couldn't ask for more.
Yeah. Do you need more? You don't.